So you're going into your 2026 ball python breeding season, right? And what I'm going to do today is something that's unlike what anyone else is doing. I'm going to share with you our entire 2026 breeding plan with the animals, and at the end of the video, near the end of the video, there is a secret sauce to getting these animals to lock. And I'm telling you, when you see this, you're going to be overjoyed. They might not be overjoyed, but you know, we'll see. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Paul with Spheric Reptiles, and I thank you so much for tuning in to this video in which I will be sharing with you our entire 2026 ball python breeding plans. And at the very end of the video, I got something for you. A little bit of that shake and bake, that secret sauce, that magic potion to get them animals to lock up. So this was something that was shared to me, and I wanted to use it for 2 seasons before I actually released it so I wouldn't look like a dummy, which some of you might already say I look like a dummy, but anyway, this stuff works. This secret sauce, this magic potion number 9, 10, 11, 12, it puts that ooh-wee in that mood that is set from the ball pythons, right? Not that the female pheromones aren't enough, but sometimes males need a little help, right? Of course, you probably agree with that if you're a woman, but if you're a man, you're like, no man ever need any help. Yeah, okay, right. You're not a smart guy if you think that. But anyway, what I'll be sharing in this video is basically 4 things that I'll be sharing. The first will be to determine what morphs that you want to produce. The second thing that I'll be discussing is setting a set number of clutches that you want to produce, because look, you got to have the infrastructure in place. You got to have everything in place. But anyway, and thirdly, I'll be discussing how you need to record all of your pairings and your locks. And then the 4th thing that I'll be discussing is that secret sauce. So let me get right into it. You know, we had a really good 2024 breeding season. In 2025, we produced 12 clutches. It looks like that last girl, she might be reabsorbing. I mean, much to my dismay, but you know, this happens. You know, we had 12 viable clutches. One is due to be out before the middle of November of 2025. And so that'll be the end of our 2025 breeding season. So just kicking the ball and getting right in there for 2026. Yeah, I'm a punt, but I'm going deep. I'm trying to recover. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to hit that guy so the ball can hit off of him. We can get at least where the ball is, right? Anyone of you that knows football knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, so let me discuss the pairings that we're doing, and as I'm discussing them, I'll be showing you the pairings on the screen and discussing and using Morph Market to show some possible outcomes that we'll be getting. So the first pairing that we're doing is to make some quad hets, right? It's been a while, but I think that if we're going to do this, we need to actually generate some quad hets. So I'm breeding, as you see on the screen, our clown pied male to either a double head that's hypo for DG or a female pastel hypo that's head for DG, and all attempts to make some quad heads, right? I know that there'll be 100% head for clown and pied, and in the case where there's a hypo, that will be a triple head guaranteed, and I'll have to genetic test for the desert ghost in that case, or for the hypo and the DG in the other case. But either way, I want to move these forward because I am just so upset at just seeing no extra genes in these animals, right? And so if I'm going to do this, which is what we're doing, I need to have that special project that's there, that has always been there for us, but we just wanted to make sure we had the right animals at the right age and that we're ready, and now they are, so that's what we're doing. So you can see on the screen again, just like we've gotten these locks, and so it's really important for you to record these, right? And so in doing so, I'm just really talking about what morphs do you want to create? And I know that this really isn't a morph, it's a het, you know, trying to make quad hets, but at the end of the day, it helps to move your projects forward. So it fits into that number 1, which is what you're trying to do. What are you trying to produce? And I know that this has been done before, but if you can do it yourself, and imagine if you have a quad head animal, that doesn't mean that we're trying to make quad hets. That gives us the availability with those females, which we'll be keeping, to make a lot of different. We can make some clown desert ghosts, some clown hypos, some pied hypos, some pied clowns. We can make a lot of different animals out of those females instead of trying to get other ones in which we pack our genes in our males. So this will play out well for us in the case we're trying to add new genes to these animals and push our projects forward. It will give us a base. Remember, I use our females for the incomplete dominance, but in this one, they'll all be classic. They won't have any additional genes, so there'll be a clean slate as far as that goes. But when I pair them up to a double visual recessive or a triple visual recessive, then that will help us get those goals a lot quicker because they'll be 100% het, and all of our males are generally visuals. Now we do have some hets, but anyway, that's in the clown project and it really doesn't matter for this. Now the second pairing that we're doing, and this guy will be going to 3, is we got a TSK hypo or TSK exanic hypo Morpheus, which you see on the screen. We're pairing him up with a cinnamon yellow belly phantom that's proven. Then we're also pairing him up with a pastel Huffman that's proven. And lastly, we'll be pairing him up with a Huffman that's het for hypo. That's not proven, but she is 1,380 grams and she's slamming food. And so far, you know, we haven't paired him up with her yet. What we're expecting for her to do is she's at 1,380. We're expecting her to get to about 1,600 by the time she gets ready to deliver babies. She's already of age. She just needs to get her weight up a little bit more. And we're going to make sure that we're feeding her so that she can do so. But let me tell you, you already know that I'm working the Huffman project if you've seen any of our videos. And I really love that TSK hypo, that True Ghost. That is something that I'm really trying to do. We've paired up and produced animals already that are orange rim, yellow belly, acid, that are double het for TSK and hypo, as well as we paired up some bamboo, inchy calicos. And so we have all of these babies. So that's our goal for that, is just to produce a lot of different pattern morphs that are black and gray. Right? I hope y'all understand what I'm talking about. As you see the morph market calculator on the screen, you can see if we paired up the cinnamon yellow belly phantom with the TSK exanic hypo male visual that we have, these are the outcomes that are out there. So there's always room for improvement as you're looking at this on the side of me for introducing new animals that have not been out there before. And I guarantee you that if you make something new, and so this is all in the morphs that you want to do, that you will have a customer for it. Because again, as people always say, if you like it, someone else will like it too. But see, that makes it different. If you like it and you truly like it, that makes it different. I know some people want to get silly, so this is what we're doing. We're pairing up a red striped clown to a banana head clown female. Now, this is one that I've been wanting for a long time, and we got another banana girl that's in the works, but she's taking a little bit of her time to grow. I just fed her like 5 minutes ago, so I'm hoping by next season, for the 2027 season, she'll be ready. I'm hoping so. Right now, she's slamming food. It looks like she's already went through that staggering period where she's kind of like, I don't know, I'm growing. I don't know if I want to do it or not, but now she's eating. So I'm extremely happy for this. But as you look at the screen, you see we've already had a lock. We've already had 2 locks now going into when this video has been created. So the goal here is to make some red striped banana clowns, right? And I know that's nothing that's really unique, but people like banana clowns. They just do. They like bananas. So either way, and people like to eat bananas too, but anyway, to make these red striped banana clowns is a goal that I have, and just moving forward with another, like our clown projects are going to go in a different direction that I hope that in 3 years that you guys are really appreciating what we've produced. But along the way, I want to share with you, like I said before, the journey of what we're going through and our experiences and things like that. So just to get on into the number 2 and determining the number of clutches. So here at Spheric Reptiles, 12 was a little bit, that was a lot of clutches for us last year. And we're embarking on an all new breeding species, like a lot of other ball python breeders. So we're shooting for 10 viable clutches. So I'm pairing up like 13 animals, right? So I feel like if I run the statistics, because, you know, in this video, we discussed the staggered breeding method. I'm not breeding any of the animals that really bred for us last year, with the exception of those that bred earlier in the season. Now, if they bred a little bit later around, if they laid around the summertime, then I'm not pairing them up for the 2026 season. In fact, if they've laid for us 2 years in a row, I'm not pairing them up for the 2026 season, because I just think that the females need rest from creating babies or eggs or anything. It's like, I want to give them the chance to just live a long life as well. So We have a 14-year-old animal, which I'm on the fence. Her name is Medusa. She wants to eat me all the time. She's just that kind of a ball python. Our good friends, he's always asking for her, but I think she's here to stay. But I think at 14, she might be close to done for breeding for us. It will have to take a special parent for me to do that. And right now we got other animals that she's produced that are growing up. But anyway, so we're thinking about 10 clutches. So that's very important for you to establish that set number. Remember, you got to feed these hatchlings all the time, and they're going to start off on a small prey item. So it'll either be a mouse hopper or a fuzzy rat that you can choose. You can do live, or you can do frozen thawed. We generally at Spheric Reptiles, we start off with live and quickly transition over, once they get the habit of feeding, to an adult mouse. How do I feed my hatchlings more mice than rats? That's a very good question. So I don't breed ASFs, I don't even breed rats, but if I feed an adult mouse, the bone marrow in that adult mouse is better than the bone marrow that's established in that rat pup. So that adult mouse has more complete organs, so it has more, so the organs are important to snakes too. That's what a vet told me, so that's what I'm sticking with. There's more nutrients and vitamins and things to be absorbed from an animal that is established versus one that's not. I mean, I think it kind of makes sense. You can get more nutrients out of a mature deer versus a doe. And that's why we always hunt the bulls, right? You don't really go after the does or the fawns because they need to do what they need to do, but the bulls are fully established. They have everything to offer, so that's why we do it. Now, that's a deer hunting thing, and you know, I don't hunt deer, but I do eat deer meat, so, but I also eat meat. I eat beef, steak. I think we're eating steaks tonight, right? Yes. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? I mean, so don't get on me. I have snakes, man. Don't get on me, but if you do, hey, just put it in the comments, you know, do what you do. So establish that number, and hopefully that's something that'll help you. I'm talking to you now. I'm telling you, get that number. So you don't want to overproduce. And if you underproduce, it's okay. As long as you don't go over your threshold of security and comfort for feeding and housing, then you should be good, right? And you got ample space. This is it. Like I said, this is all in a dining room. So if it doesn't fit in the dining room here, it ain't fitting. It ain't gonna fit. Let's see. All right, so for our third, I think this 1, 2, 3, 4, our fourth pairing for 2026, we're gonna put Bruce Wayne, our legendary leopard spot nose, yellow belly clown. I mean, he's just a rock star. I think he's pimping out at 1,700, almost 1,800 grams, but we were actually amazed at how slim he is right now. But either way, as you look at the screen, he's really good at doing that. He's really good at breeding. And you know, afterwards, he knows he's gonna get a spa day, you know, where I've already discussed, we put a little of that Dawn dish detergent on and we wash him off in some lukewarm water. He really likes all of that. And then he's hungry, he's ready to go the next day. But either way, what we're pairing him up this season with is a Phantom Huffman het clown. And we're pairing him up with a Pastel Orange Dream Yellow Belly Inchy that's double head for Desert Ghost and Cryptic. So with that, we've not seen hardly any of these combinations out there, especially with Desert Ghost and Cryptic in the mix. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to introduce all these genes and see what we can get from this animal that we had, that she just looks spectacular as you're looking on the screen. This is of them locked. Man, look, when I saw this lock, I was really, really excited. I was like, man, she's gonna make some amazing babies. Cause Bruce ain't gonna do shit. It's all gonna be on Danny, the Pastel Orange Dream Yellow Belly Inchy that's double head for DG and Cryptic. It's all on her. I mean, I know she has a name, so that's why I like the names better, so I don't have to spew out all of these other things that she is, right? That makes sense. It makes sense to me. It's easier for us here at Spheric to say, hey, Bruce ate this, or Groot ate that, or Gizmo ate that, or Pink ate that, versus, oh yeah, the Phantom Yellow Belly Cinnamon ate this, and then the Special Fire Clown ate that, you know. So I'm just trying to give you guys some pearls of wisdom so that it'll make it easier for you. At first, I didn't want to name anything, but then when it came to communicating, it was very hard to communicate. So that's free. That's free. I'm just telling you, it's free. Oh yeah, like and subscribe if you like that. For our very last pairing, and this will be to discuss recording every lock, every pairing, that you do, whether you see a lock or not. Go ahead and record the time frame that you put it in. I mean, the time of day, everything, and the time of day and the date that you remove the animal. And if you see a lock, record that date that you recorded that lock, because that'll be important down the road for determining when the female is susceptible for breeding, or if she's ready for breeding. Because as I stated before, from tracking ultrasound follicles, what we've noticed is the female moves forward like 1 month every year. So if she was ready to go in October, she's going to be ready to go in November. That's if you paired her up and she laid a clutch. So she'll take another 10 months to get ready. And then once she gets ready, she'll start slamming food, and then you'll have to measure follicles. So that might be different depending on how long it took for her to reach ovulation. You need to record that time, and it gives you a range to think of when you're trying to pair up your male. So like I said before, I'm not telling you to go out and get an ultrasound, but an ultrasound will be a good piece of equipment for you to have, just like an incubator would be a good piece of equipment to have, whether you DIY it or you buy one of the commercially available incubators from Sea Serpent or from Mike Wilbanks, right? So, but this pairing is going to be key for us because we're trying to make something that's unique and new. That's what we're trying to do. So what we're doing is we're pairing up, since he already had one season where we got some hets, because we wanted to make sure that he was going to be able to do it. We're pairing up a blackhead leopard confusion dreamsicle visual male to our yellow-bellied pied, which you see on the screen, as well as we're pairing him up to a black pastel inchy yellow-bellied pied that's het for lavender. Now, we got this animal from Canova, and out of the clutch, it seems like we got the ideal animal out of there before they could actually archive it. So as soon as I saw it, it's one of the few times where I saw an animal, I didn't even let Lynn know. I just fucking went in my wallet, grabbed my credit card, and bought it, right? I told them to send me an invoice, and I'll pay it. The Square invoice came, I paid it. Next thing you know, I'm like, hey, we need to pick up a snake on Tuesday or Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it happens like that sometimes. I mean, and it's crazy that if that were to happen the other way around, like say if Lynn were to say, all right, I'm coming home, I got this $1,300 purse, I'd be like, what the fuck we gonna do with that purse? That purse can't do nothing more than the other purses do. But either way, we got this animal as an investment animal for Spheric Reptiles. So I'm hoping we get a return on investment in this animal, because, you know, I did spend a little bit of money on this animal. So, but anyway, if you look on this morph market, when I combine these, I got the blackhead leopard confusion that's a dreamsicle, and it's paired up. If you look also, you see I got the blackhead yellow belly inchy pie that's het for lavender albino. And you see all of the different combinations that are there. I mean, you look at all of those different combinations. A lot of them have never even been produced. So again, as we still look at, I'm still scrolling up and down on this thing, and only the ones that are in bold are the ones that have examples of them, whether they've been at any form on Morph Market. Now, that doesn't mean that they've never been created, but on this platform, which is the #1 seller of reptiles in the world, I can look at this and I can say, man, you know, we have a chance to make something that's actually new. And the good thing about this clutch is they will all be pods that are 100% het for lavender albinos. That's if they don't come out to be dreamsicles all together. So that's a lot of different genes to work with, especially with the inchy and the yellow belly and the black pastel with the black head. You know, that's going to make something that's truly unique. And, you know, that's what we're trying to do here. So that's all of our pairings for 2026 that we're working on, because again, we're working on another species, which eventually I'll share with you, but right now it's getting close to them trying to breed. I need to get my male up to size. So, man, I'm telling you, that is a struggle. But when I introduce it to you, and the way that you'll find out is we'll video the whole thing, then we'll end up with the clutch and the babies, and then I'll share it all with you at one time. So that's a teaser, but that'll be probably April, May of next year. So, you know, hey, you got some time. But anyway, let me tell you about the secret sauce, man. Because the rest of that's all done. Now, the secret sauce, so if you stuck around for this video, thank you. Now, but anyway, this secret sauce, man, I'm telling you, it is the shebang bang. Like, so have y'all ever been to the crab boils? Have y'all ever been to a crab boil where they got the garlic, they got the spice, like the Cajun spice, And then they got another one where it's just like an extra one, and they put it all in the bag and they bring it out to you. They give you a little plastic bib. They put paper on, butcher paper on the table. They put it in this bucket and bam, they got all this crab, man. This is so delicious. It works, man. That stuff is good. That's how this secret sauce is. Let me tell you, man, I'm tired of y'all waiting. So what I do is in this little, it's called Paul's Sheds. Right? It's called Paul's Sheds. So my name is Paul, and these are Paul's Sheds, but they didn't come from me. But what I do is I store the sheds from all of our adult males, and I keep them in a bag like pork rinds. And so what I do is when I'm getting ready to pair, and this is a special bottle, it's not even, it's leaking, it'll leak and do all this other stuff, but I put a little bit of each one of the sheds off in here. I put some lukewarm water in it, and then I just shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. And I keep on shaking it until I break up as much of that as I can, and then bam, I put in this bottle right here. It's called Shed Water H2O. So, and you see I already got some in here because I've been using it. Now I don't put the sheds off in the bottle because they'll start to ferment. It'll get real funky, and that might work, but it might bring in some bacterial infections and make somebody sick. And I can't afford for my animals to get sick. But what I do is I take this, I put the snakes inside of their container or the female tub, and I just spray them down with a fine mist. See, look, I'm gonna show y'all. I just spray this fine mist on them. I'm just spraying it out in the air, man. The secret sauce, you feel me? Just spraying the secret sauce. And so, it's crazy. Spraying snake sheds in there, breathing in all the secret sauce, man, I'm telling you. But look, this stuff works. Before I started doing this, I was having a hard time getting males to pair. I was taking sheds, trying to catch them when they were fresh, dipping them in warm water, rubbing them around, leaving them in there. Man, nobody want to fuck with all that shit. So what I did is I started with the secret sauce, which a guy told me. And when he told me, I was like, you know, that makes sense. So try the secret sauce, guys. Try those sheds, shake them up in warm water, put them in a nice spray bottle, label it. You can call it Paul's Shed Water H2O or just Shed Water H2O. And I'm telling you, man, you spray this on there and I'm guaranteeing you, can't really guarantee anything like that because it's your animals, but about 80% of your animals will lock from this. Just spray both animals down, put them in there, leave them undisturbed. I mean, we don't really cover them up like we covered up this one because she's set to lay. But in general, you just go through your normal business. I check on them every morning and then they're locked. Like within like a couple of hours, they're locked with this secret sauce. So let me put this back. So I covered a lot of stuff with you guys. So to recap, I said you need to determine what morphs that you want to create. Also, you need to set a number. Then you need to track all of your pairings and your locks. And then lastly, try the secret sauce. Try the secret sauce. Look, man, you can't eat spaghetti and meatballs without sauce. Try the sauce, man. Put the sauce on your animals. It's cleaner. It helps to increase humidity. And it puts the smell of all of the males that you have that are reproductively going in there. So now, instead of that male having to compete with an actual male and risking injury or dealing with a shed, it's like, what's that? Now you got the pheromones of all these males. Remember how I talked about pheromones and why you want to give your males a spa day when they get away from the female. But this is also another reason why you want to give them a spa day, to wash off all that Brut by Fabergé, that Burberry, that, what was another one? That Cool Water. You know, wash all that off of him so that he can just smell like him, you know, just soap and water. Soap and water is good. So that's why we're able to keep our males eating. But anyway, guys, that's what I got for you. I hope this is something that is beneficial to you. I hope that all of our videos are beneficial to you. If they are, please hit that like and subscribe button. I'd appreciate that. And then let me know what you think. If you try these methods and they work, or something that I've discussed in just this video works, let me know, because this will dictate our next content. I'm filming these things like a day before that they come out. So, but anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy that time you spend with your reptiles, and cherish and love the family while you have them. Thank you.